Hey everybody. So I'm a little late today as far as recording my YouTube stuff for the day. My kid was home today, whereas usually she is not, so it was a little difficult to find a moment to sit down and record it. So tis what it is, but we will get our way around there eventually. Why is this? Is this showing the right song? Okay, it is. Just wanted to make sure on that. So basically, earlier today, I was watching a streamer by the name of Couch23, which, if you have not watched him, I highly recommend checking him out. He is the person that sort of inspired me to start streaming, so I highly recommend him. And he's a part of a tournament called the Lali-ho League for Final Fantasy IV for Enterprise. And one of the flag sets they run is called the Swiss flags, which is sort of the preliminary round before you get to the brackets and all that stuff. So he asked me to roll a seed for him before he wrapped up for the night, basically. He played a little bit of it, but I was intentionally only sort of half paying attention. I was mostly listening, because I wanted to play it myself later, because I haven't tried any of the Swiss flags out before, so I figured, you know, why not? Why not just record it for today? Because I'm still sort of working out what I want to get into next. I've been debating whether or not I'll do like a unique series for the YouTube, or if I'm going to sort of stick to doing randomizers for a little bit. But I figured, just for fun, we would actually put a timer on this one, because I want to test how that looked, more or less, for lack of a better way of putting it. So let me get everything sort of primed and ready to go here. And I don't exactly know what the flags are, as far as, like, you know, every single little detail. You know, you got sort of wildish stuff, so it's not going to be the best gear in the world, but it's okay. You know, no adamants, the spoon is on, so Edward with the weapon could be good. I do not know if the Final Fantasy IV advanced weapons are in here. I would assume they're turned off, but you never know. They might have wanted to have them on just for the sake of showing it off. But, you know, we got enough of what to go on to sort of get where we need to go. So I'm going to get started in 3, 2, 1, go. But like I said, this is the first time I've sort of done these flags, so I'm not 100% certain what to expect. We have a Pelham, which is good. He's one of the better characters. Artemis Bow could be okay. Also looked like I started with the Dwarf Axe, which could be good in the sense of I can back row glitch physical fighters if we find any. Fortunately, we're not starting with a key item, so this is not really a guaranteed direction to go into, so I'll probably stick to what my usual path is until I find other stuff. This will allow me to sort of check around what enemies are where. This is going to go over what our objectives are, but you can see them over in the tracker if you're curious. I need to get 4 of them in order to get the crystal. Now, ideally, I probably don't want Tella at the end of all this, but okay, we got a Cecil there. I mean, we are probably going to do Mount Ordeals just because I do have this Tella. And it makes sense. Sir, I just need to get in. Alright, Star Veils are here. That could be useful, as is the Cure stuff, but there's other stuff that's generally more important than those. At first, we want to see what gear we end up with. See who's available at all the spots, basically, and to figure out what the best party setup we can get is. I mean, Palom's good enough to get things going, but he takes a few levels before he gets there. It certainly helps having a buffer of sorts. I don't remember much about this seed. I remember that Tella was the starting character, and that one of the twins was the second character, but that's about all I have in the memory bank. So if you're thinking that I'm just gonna know inherently where to go, you are dead wrong. All I know is that Couch did not finish the seed. He wrapped up beforehand, so we'll see how it goes. I don't even remember, like, if there are any bosses in any specific spots, so we're more or less flying blind. Alright, so I got a Fusoya on there. That is one of our objectives, so I gotta find the Sand Ruby to get him. And nothing really there to get excited about, but while we're over here, because I do have exit, there is some value in going into the waterway. Because I feel like gear is going to become very important for this particular party, as they are right now anyway. I'm pretty sure no free character is on, so we're not going to get, like, you know, a character in here. We'll get a couple of goodies. At least enough gear to get going, at the very least. We already had a Dwarf Axe from what I saw, but having a second one won't hurt, I suppose. Some people exit out there. I'm gonna go a little bit further because I can exit out. I don't want to leave, like, this section of the dungeon, but getting to the end and opening a few more chests isn't really the worst thing in the world. There's a Sylph Summon if we find Iridia. I wouldn't mind a Bahamut instead, but at least with Iridia I can keep heals up. Some good equipment for the mages, which is pretty much all I have at the moment, so I can't complain too much about that. I mean, I wouldn't mind sorcerer robes instead, but that's what I got. That's what I got. You know what I mean? So there's one more room full of chests after this one, and then we'll exit out. We'll hit up Damsian after this, get the hovercraft out, then we'll probably go to Antlion Cave. And once I've sort of made it to the save point in Antlion, it's likely we're going to do our saving, or our equipping, although I might check out what's on Mount Hobbs first beforehand, because I would not mind having a third character. Because like I said, Palom eventually becomes good, but it's going to take time before we really have the ability to have him using his virus spell or his quake spell. And up until that point, you don't really want Tella being your best person. Tella's good in some cases, but typically he's hot garbage. In fact, considering who we have, yeah, there might be some point in going to check what boss is up there. I mean, the boss spot inside Antlion is typically not difficult. A couple of good things in there, like the Protect Ring. But I mean, if I can get a physical fighter, I wouldn't mind getting them early so they get more experience as we go. We have a couple of various elemental rods, so we have some degree of equipment for them. I think what I might do is I will scout to see if it is worth my time going into Mount Hobbs to get somebody. It'll depend on what boss is there and all that stuff. Let's change them to the back row. I'll save for now because I don't know if I'm staying, so I'm not going to bother doing the equipping at the moment. Young. I do have a cat claw, but Mom Bomb might be a little rough. Well, I do have that Protect Ring. I do have an Artemis bow. I think Rune's technically best. Do I have a better rod? I do have a power staff, that could work. I'll give it a go. Let's see how it goes. Because I definitely wouldn't mind having a cat claw version of him. Alright, I should just have him attack. You can power. In fact, everybody can pretty much just attack at this point. I mean, Yang takes a little bit to get going, but we can sort of lean on him a bit once we get some levels on him and equip him up after this. Okay, that didn't do much, thankfully. Now, hopefully we can kill these guys off before they start exploding on us. Might just have you do a normal attack just to expedite this. As long as there's only 2 left when they start exploding, we'll mostly be okay. Okay, good. Okay, that was acceptable. Okay, everybody's alive. That's pretty much as good as we're gonna get out of that. And we do have some tier 2 spells now in Palom, so he's at least more effective now. Now, you. We did have a cat claw, I saw that. I guess fire claw you can have for the other one. Bandana's fine. Strength. Alright, we need to find him armor, but otherwise he's good to go. And since I do have the exit spell, no harm in looting this place out. And generally, it's okay to sort of get a decent amount of loot early and then not have to loot anymore after a certain point than it is to try to run around completely scarce and then just be dying left and right. But hopefully with Yang, we will be able to potentially get that Cecil sooner than later. Ooh, well, that might be worthwhile, actually. I mean, especially if we find like an Excalibur or a Crystal Sword, something along those lines. Summa drop's good. I mean, I don't know if we're going to be sticking with Tello throughout the entirety of the game, but allowing him to use Meteo later could come in handy. I'll take a free Bacchus wine. If anything, it'll help me out later. Dancing Dagger is a interesting concept. Yeah, I'm gonna give that to you because using it as an item in battle is pretty effective. Won't need that. What can I replace this with? Won't need the short. Do I have anything else I can ditch while I'm here? Black sword can definitely go. I mean, we have a better bow, so I don't really need that. Probably won't use that either. Or that. Or that. That should be enough for now. Let's put you here so that you are actually going to be dishing out more damage. As I do not believe claws count as back row items. Okay, well there's Calbrena. We did have to do this for one of the objectives. Might be able to just one-shot him here with this. I can go ahead and check that off. And that gives me the pan, which is not going to help me right now, but it could be useful down the line. So based on what party I have right now, I don't know if I'd be able to get Cecil yet. But I might give it a shot just to see if I can go in there with a bigger party. I'll do a tent real quick first, though. I don't know how effective this is going to be, but we'll give it a shot. As sure is not great, but I only have to get 400 damage or so out of her. And there it goes. Okay. That's an interesting second fight. Somehow I don't think this is gonna fly, but I can give it a shot. Nah, didn't think so. Although, perhaps with some more health, that would be valid. Also, if I could find like good attack items, that would also be valid. Another power staff could come in handy. Silver, less so. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Vampires is not bad. I'm only gonna need one of those, so I can ditch the other one. Flame rods probably won't need. Ice likely won't need at this point. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna need literally all of those, so I'll drop some. I have the rune axe, so I won't need that. I'll get rid of that. Again, I have the rune axe, so I probably won't need that as well. Grab 5 of those, because they might be useful in getting past whatever bosses happen to be on Mount Ordeals. There's no harm in going there to try to boost up Tella if I can. Not to mention I'll get some levels on Palom. If I can get Virus on him, I mean, I'll probably still use the Lit 2 against Odin there, but aside from that, you know, he's gonna have more life. I feel like if we can withstand some of Odin's attacks, we'll get through them pretty quickly. I mean, Cecil's gonna be pretty well geared by the time we get over there. Okay, we got Evil Wall. I don't think it would be a problem. I mean, another good reason to level up Tella here is I'll get access to Berserk, which will make Yang a bit more effective. Oops. If I can help it, I want to hold on to those vampires till at least the next fight. Man, your power staff is really not good right now. I mean, I understand you're in the back row, but still. I do have to be somewhat mindful of him stoning us, but we're through. It felt easy enough to get through. Okay, demissed. Well, that's a check we can do after this. Right, 1, 2... Let him do that. He's gonna mist away. Unfortunately, a lot of this fight is kind of like a waiting game, which is mildly annoying, but once we get the prompts, we can deal out damage. He'll be fast in the spot is the only problem. See how a vampire affects him. Now, let's hit 1. Okay. Hit 2. There's hit 3. Now can I get this off before he mists? I can, but I didn't beat him going into the mist form. I'm gonna run a risk, and I'm gonna go into the next fight without saving. Because typically the next fight is pretty simple. I don't think the hero flag is on, so I don't have to worry about it being a one-on-one with Tella. And even if it was, I do have the vampires, so I could still feasibly get through it. Check that off so I remember that we've done it. Let's move forward. And I have to remember to go check that Rydia's mom, because I always forget lately. Just a problem of being out of practice with the game, I suppose. Okay, Magma Key. Well, that does allow me to get the pan out of the way. So I think rather than going to get Cecil right away, what we'll do is I will go down to the Fey March. I will get the free key item there. I will double check what the bosses are. I'll go and get the pans sort of situated, then fly back up to Fabul, get my free heal, and go from there. And hopefully we'll get a couple of key items out of that. I mean, not a huge need for me to get Cecil before any of that. Certainly wouldn't hurt, I suppose, if I wanted to give it a go. But I think I'll hold off until after Fabul, because, I mean, we don't have an Excalibur or a Crystal Sword yet, so while he will be helpful, I don't think it'll be one of those things where he's gonna be, you know, single-handedly tearing everything apart. And I'm also not of the belief that I will just be one-shotting the Odin yet, so I'd rather not waste the time. Sylph there. Already got one though, so we don't need it. I mean, we haven't even found a Rydia, so who knows if we even need it for sure. First things first, pop in here. Where's my magma key? Drop that down. I'm gonna check the shop on the way out. Ideally, I probably want to get the Fu as one of the 4 objectives. I mean, theoretically, if we can get Cecil and we can get Fu, I mean, we get a full party, not the best party in the world, but really, in that situation, Tella would be the only truly weak link, because, I mean, Yang's not bad, he's acceptable. That's why people joke about him being the second best character no matter what. Life potions, I will grab some more since we started with some, but if I have to do a life glitch, assuming it's on, I don't remember. It's always good to have the functionality. So first stop, Fey March to get the free key item there, double check the bosses. I can do the shop check while I'm there as well. It's not going to be worth fighting them because I'm going to have like no health, but that's fine. because I won't need health for going into the Sylph Cave. What do we got here? The hook. Okay, well, I mean, that opens up a character, because I can check in the Elben Cave. It also lets me have access to that shop. There's sirens, okay, what can I ditch here? I'm definitely not gonna need that. I can probably get rid of them. I don't want to get rid of those yet. I mean, I have the axe, so I don't need that. Don't need that. Yeah, come on. What's this sell for? Don't really need that. I don't have any really good things to sell is the problem. I'm gonna get rid of that because I don't think I'm gonna get a cane. Based on what I've seen. I could end up biting myself in the butt with that, but at least I have a grind ability now. Got my Soma drops back anyway. Okay, Dr. Luge and Octoman. Interesting. I mean, I would assume they're not the worst things ever at that spot. I mean, Octoman could be somewhat tough at first, but you do gradually slow him down. So it might not be so bad later on. Since we do have the hook, I think what I'm going to do is, before I go trying to get Cecil, I'm going to check which character is there. I might even do that before I go to Fabul. Okay, well there's Excalibur, so I have cause to go get Cecil now. But I can still hold off on that until after Fabul, I think. So all I really care about in here, at least for the time being, is the shop check and the character, so I'm gonna not risk opening any chest because one of them is going to have a trapped chest in it, and I just don't have time for that right now. I still haven't found hourglasses or coffin. Well, there's hourglasses. I don't really have any money for it right now is the problem. I mean, I could ditch that, but... you know what? I am going to ditch that, actually. Along with some of these arrows. Might end up biting me in the butt later, but... See, that's still not enough to really get what I need to get. I can come back later. I might end up finding coffins and decide I don't need them, so it's fine. At least I know they're there, in case I do have to do the moon grind. Probably wasted a little bit more time in that shop than I should have, but you know, you see toys, you get excited. I don't know what to tell you. That's Porum. So that means we have a healer, which is good. Not the best healer in the world, but a healer nonetheless. Because, I mean, if you have a Porum and you have a Cecil, theoretically you can two-person Zerona, so we'll take Ol Morum. Do I even have gear for you, though? I mean, you start with a power staff, I guess there's that. You can have a bandana for now. I know we have runes. Do I have any chest pieces? Not currently. But that'll do for now. Yeah, so we'll leave the airship here for right now, because I don't have any tails. And I don't know if I'm going to have to go back in there for the hourglasses at any point, so screw it. See what's in the shop as we're running past. Ashura. Aside from that, nothing I'm too overly excited about. We'll start by doing defense, because that'll fully heal us up before and after the fight. And I would imagine at this point, the fight itself shouldn't be a problem depending on who it is. Okay, Bygon's not the worst thing in the world. Let's do a lit 2 on you. You're not really going to be able to do too much at the moment, but you know what? You can power staff the arm. I'm just going to go with a Hail Mary pass since he's going to wall up in a second and just start setting up for that. Oh, okay. Already done. I don't even know if he'll get the meteor off. If he does, I mean, hilariously overdone. But no, doesn't even get it off. At least I saved myself the MP that I would have got back immediately. Okay, Earth Crystal, interesting. That is our 4th key item. I still need to check Rydia's mom, and I still want to go get Cecil before we do anything with the Earth Crystal, though. Lest I keep forgetting to go check Rydia's mom. And the package. Well, that's a character. I mean, I could check who it is. Have to swing over there anyway to do the other bit, so screw it, why not? Although I don't know who I would take at this point. So I already know I have to get Fusoya. I want to get Cecil because we have gear for him. First I'll get you, then save once I've done it, so that I can reset out if a need be. Adamant, alright. I mean, I do have an objective for forging that, so might as well grab it. Yeah, let's see if this is worth my time and effort. I mean, it's a Cecil. It'd probably be an easier Cecil to get, so... You know what? Nah. It's gonna be way too much time just to get that Cecil. I don't really need two of them. I don't have two Excaliburs at my repertoire. And we have no guarantee I'm gonna be able to get another one. And there's nothing that says I can't go get him later if I find a second one. But we'll see how this one goes. I might regret that decision to fast forward out of that. Okay, he can use the virus now, so there's that. I mean, this is going to be a faster cast, so... Far less strong, though, is the only problem. Try Lit 3 with you. Hey, there we go. That gives us our Cecil and another key item. The Twin Harp, which we do have an objective for. We already got 7 key items, so it won't be too far to go to get all 7, but alright, first things first. Give you this to back row glitch you. Then give you this. Do I have a shield? I sure do. In fact, we got the whole Dragoon package. Well, I do have the Earth Crystals, so that gives me cause to go over to that region. So we'll do Cave Magnus first, get it out of the way. Then we will go ahead and probably do the Tower of Zot. I can't get Fusoya until I find the Sand Ruby. But Fusoya could also be at the Tower of Zot, so... My only regret is not doing this after we've already weakened ourselves going around the Fey March and that, because we'd already be at 1 HP and be able to do this next part a bit quicker. So once we get to the actual song room and cutscene plays out, I'll mute Rainwave just long enough for us to hear the Song of the Seed. As I would assume with the new version came new songs. I know Couch had a seed that had Guile's theme on it, but I don't know if it was this one or the one that he played before this one. So he did at least a couple of seeds. Yeah, that worked out. This will also be the second objective we get done, which if this drops the pink tail or the legend sword, you know, we'll have 3 of them done in one fell swoop. And if I get another Excalibur, there's certainly cause for getting a second Cecil. Looks like we have some Final Fantasy I music. Corneria Castle, I believe? I mean, I don't remember if the song has a different title, but I believe that's when you mostly hear it playing. Yeah, Corneria Castle. Ew, CPU. I mean, this place has low magic. You know, magic spells just don't do much to him, so in a way it kind of works out, I suppose. Unfortunately, this is also going to mean that Palom's weapon will not be very good at all. But I think between Yang and Cecil will be mostly okay, because this shouldn't have too much health. If I was really determined to get through it quicker, I could risk berserking Cecil, but that's just gonna backfire spectacularly, I'm pretty sure. I don't mind getting crits, though. Crits will move this along. I mean, he has a bit more health than I would have liked, certainly. I mean, I can't really get too upset about that, because for the most part we're not in too much danger. This is relatively free. Yeah, he's already gone. We can use your dancing dagger on him. No, it's not going to do too much, but doesn't really have to between the 2 physical fighters. Now, if I'd never got the physical fighters, that fight would have been a lot worse. Just give me 1 sec to unmute this. We've got another Berserk caster, and Cecil's get some levels, so that's good. Can also be that checked off, so I can go ahead and do it now. Ooh, okay, well there's our foo. So, I mean, we can knock that out of the way. It's not quite the 3rd objective I was expecting, but I will take it. I mean, logic dictates we ditch Tella. Because he's certainly going to be the weak link in the party. I might as well go do that now and come back for this. Because we are pretty close to Kaipo, so... I mean, if we get another objective thing off of Tower of Zot, we'll be able to just go right for it afterwards. Alright, Sand Ruby. Go ahead and mark that off now. Unfortunately, you're not going to start with your super powerful gear, but that's fine. I mean, the other downside is he's probably also not going to have all of his spells. What spells does he have? Well, he's got a good amount of them. He has Quake, and that might be all I really need for most of this stuff. Yeah, I'm fine with that turnout. Yeah, so head back over, fly to the Tower of Zot, maybe check the treasury on the way out, or on the way in rather, because we might get some good stuff in there. If I can land. Also, check these shops, because I still do need to find coffins. And nothing there. And nothing there, unfortunately. I mean, we still have at least 2 shops underground to check. 3 if you count Cookole shop itself. And let's check out how good or bad this treasury is going to be. Crystal Ring is good. Zeus Gauntlet is good. Powerous Robe. A couple of things are worthwhile. First of all, actually, you know what? I'm going to give the Zeus Gauntlet to you if I can. And we can give you the Gaia helmet. And probably that Power Robe. Although, it might work better on you. Yeah, actually, you know what? I revoke your Power Robe because I'm going to give that to Yang instead. And maybe give you the glass as well, just so you have a bit more defense. I think that's everything that we're really going to be able to use right now, so that's fine. There's a couple good things. Actually, you know what? Instead of the rune, we should give you that crystal ring we just had drop. And since we are here, we might as well get out the rest of the stuff. Cut out the middleman. Well, there's a 1 hourglass if we need it. A Murasame if we find an edge. That was the worst time for that to happen. But, alright. Easy enough to get through it, I suppose. At least I'll have stuff to sell if I get to where we find cabins. Even if we don't find... or not cabins. Although we haven't found cabins yet either. Even if we find coffins, you know, or if we don't find coffins, yeah, rather, we still do have the hourglasses, and I can do a grind on the moon. I mean, absolute worst case scenario, there's also D-Machine, but honestly, I hate doing D-Machine if I can help it. It just feels very fiddly. Although it is effective, I can't deny that. Alright, drop our save. And these two bosses will get some more spells on Fu. If I'm really desperate, I could kill the D-Mist and Octoman vanilla spots as well. Well, here's Quake Spot. I really don't want to do the berserking of the crystal sword, because that's just going to go over very poorly. Or the Excalibur, although... No, now it's fine. Should be dead pretty quickly. There we go. I would think we'll be okay to just keep going. Might be something I regret afterwards, but that wasn't too tough of a fight, worst case scenario, so... Rosa. Well, say goodbye to old Porum then, because I would much rather have Rosa before a grind. She's going to be easier to keep alive. And thankfully Porum hasn't gained too many levels yet, so I'm not losing out on a huge chunk of experience. Alright, I'm glad I didn't go here instead of going for Fu, so... Alright, so... Porum can go, I will take her stuff. Yeah, that can go. Is there anything else I can ditch while I'm here? That can probably go. At this point I don't need the longs. I don't think I would take Rydia even if I found her at this point. You are definitely not coming along. Alright, now you. You don't even start with a bow and arrow? Really? Figured you'd have like the bare minimum bow and arrow attached. But that's fine. Or maybe just the bow without the arrows. But I guess they need to have you at least be able to do some degree of damage in case you start as her. Alright, now you are gonna basically just... We just want to do physical attack, so... Because if we use magic, he's gonna just respond by getting really pissed off about it. Hold on, I'm gonna have you bluff. You can just defend for the time being. I don't think this will be a difficult fight. I think it'll potentially be somewhat time-consuming because we've got to wait for the slow cast and everything, but aside from that, I think it'll be relatively painless. Because without using elemental stuff, he's not going to be getting healed. You know, he's not going to be... And he's already dead. He's not going to be countering, is what I was going to say. Alright, now we have 2 Quake users, so well, that's going to move along anything else we have to do quite substantially. And we got Nuke, so we're going pretty well at this point. Ooh, I mean, it's not a key item, but still, I'm not going to complain about it. Although that does open up the argument that maybe I should get that other Cecil instead of Yang. You know what? Screw it. Why not? It's going to be an easy enough fight to get through, so... And I do have some extra Dragoon gear and everything, so... Why not have two just really angry Cecils going ham? I haven't gotten to the point where I've grinded out yet, so why not? If I can get Bacchus wines at a pretty quick premium, you know, well, that's a lot of damage going out on Zeromus. Especially if I happen to find a second crystal sword. Like I'd be doing like at least 8,000 a turn. And theoretically this is somewhat unnecessary, but like I said, I have the gear, so... If this was an actual race, I probably wouldn't be doing this. Although, saying that, doing this could be the, you know, the trump card of sorts, the gamble. Because, I mean, Excalibur-wielding Cecil's going to be whittling down Zeromus quicker than a Yang. Not to mention he's going to be more effective before that, too. Okay, pretty easy boss to contend with. I'm not going to waste MP on him if I don't have to. And I would argue that what we have here, it's gotta be the final party, because, I mean, we've got all the bases covered here. We've got a healer, we've got two physical damage dealers, we've got a black mage, and we've got more or less an agility anchor of sorts. Oops. First things first, where's that Dwarf Axe? We no longer need the Dwarf Axe, so we can ditch that. Need to find another shield for you, but that's fine. Dragoon. And Samurai. And you can have that Zeus Gauntlet to make up for anything else that you've lost in translation. I only regret that there's not a wacky flag in this, because I kind of want to see the other effects you can get. Alright, so... next on the agenda, what's our health looking like? Alright, we're more than fine. Let's go here. I do not recall if you can warp glitch, but... I'll give it a shot just to see if it works. If not, it doesn't. Get those moved up. I'll check the shop first, just in case there's something important here. And there's a coffins. Okay, That can go. These can now go. That can probably go. Likely will not take an edge even if he spawns, so I'm not going to bother with any of that stuff. I definitely grab 10 of those and hold on to whatever else we have access to until later. Probably should save beforehand, but we'll go for it. Even if Golbez was to be the second boss, he should be acceptable in this spot. I mean, this boss here is more or less free. Wyvern could potentially be problematic, obviously, but I'm kind of hoping we won't run into that potential. Alright, well that gets rid of those three, so he's just gonna bolt in a second. We'll get the second Cecil leveled up to better match the first one. Oh, okay, well, with two Cecils, this is going to be a pretty quick fight. We shall not be taking you. I mean, I don't think we'll get far enough along to trigger the ouch mechanic, but, you know, why not? Yeah, he's already dead. Now, the question is the warp glitch on in these flags? Because I honestly do not recall. So, we'll find out together. I suppose I could check what the flags are while this cutscene is happening and do it that way, but who needs it, you know? If I'm wrong, it just teleports me back into this room and I walk out. I'll waste a minute or so. You don't have warp, but you should. Okay, no warp glitch today. That's fine. Just another Mazamune, unfortunately. So that begs the question, do we do Keyless Tower, or do we go for the bosses in the Fey March? Well, since I don't have the tower key, I might as well try the bosses in the Fey March. I don't recall if we'll be able to do either of them. I mean, I know they're Dr. Luge and Octoman, but I mean, as far as physical power goes, it might still be too strong for us at our current levels. Which, I mean, if that's the case, it's not the worst thing in the world, because I could level up and come back, but I wouldn't mind waiting to level until we have already reached the point where I have, you know, 10 key items, so we get the boost of experience. I'm not sure which of the two would technically be easier right now. I'm gonna start with Octoman because I know we can gradually slow him. I mean, worst case scenario, I could try lowering the battle speed as well. He's hitting pretty hard. I mean, I could swap rows too to put them in the back row. It's a bit of a gamble. I don't know if I'll get it off in time. Nah, this is not looking like it's gonna happen, unfortunately. Unless I get extremely lucky with this nuke. Okay, so he's doing about that much damage. What if I swapped positions in battle here? If I could get them in the back row and maybe have them berserked, we might be in a better position here. This back row glitching not working right now. We have better armor, although he's still hitting somewhat hard. I don't think this is gonna work out. Maybe if he gets really low rolls. Without having somebody to keep him healed, we're in a bad position here. Okay. We'll give Dr. Luge a try. Still, if I lower the battle speed, that might be doable. Even with the levels from doing this, it could be doable. I'll get some degree of leeway with the theatrics beforehand here. Even then, he's probably going to be hitting fairly hard, so it's not going to be completely foolproof. And the Crystal Sword does a good amount. One's down. Two's down. Now I just got one more phase to go. Although he's gonna waste time doing his own theatrics here. But I also know I can't berserk them while they're poisoned, so I have little reason to actually put that on. He also can't put me to sleep when he's doing that, so that works as well. It's not great, but it's fine. I think overall the nuke is, never mind, gonna be doing the majority of the damage. Can't even do a berserk. Alright, what do I have access to here? Let's do a vampire, I guess. See how that goes. Hey, alright, that worked out. Pigtail, okay, well, we do have an objective to trade that, and that'll give us our 10 key items. That being said, even though we have the grind, we don't have a way to get to the moon yet. So I wouldn't mind getting that, Octoman down if I can. Well, we're pretty much guaranteed a 10th key item in the crystal whenever I turn that in, so we will try to kill Octoman to see if that will give us Darkness Crystal the pass. If not, we have no choice but to do Keyless Tower, but either way I'm going to probably get my crystal and then turn it in to move things along a bit. Yeah, this time we're going to bump this down to see if slowing him down in general does anything beneficial for us. I'm going to try slowing you. You can berserk him. That's fine. Do another slow on him. Berserk him. And hopefully with him being double slowed, we'll be able to heal up and sort of cover for his damages. And that'll certainly help. That is not ideal. Gotta get you back up if I can help it. At least I still have the other one going. Once I get his arms low enough, he's barely gonna be moving, so we're still not out of this yet. Okay, good. Well, he's getting down to the wire now, so that's good. I'll try to revive him, although I don't know if he's going to be very helpful. You missed. You had one job, Rosa. I'm surprised that didn't cut off one of his arms. There we go. Worst case scenario, that'll provide something of a bullet shield. Hey, there we go, and we got the whole party getting experience. And what do we get for our trouble? Well, there's the Legend Sword. Theoretically, we don't even have to turn in the other thing, so may as well go forge that since we're already in the underground. Because I can't get an adamant armor, so there's no real reason to go turn in the pink tail. The only reason might be worth the time is it could be another crystal sword, but there's no guarantee of that, so probably makes more sense to go here anyway. It'll open up that other shop. Where is it? Adamant. This will also get us to our next key item. We still don't have a path to the moon, but we will have enough key items to do the grind out afterwards. Buy protect rings, worst case scenario. No, Crystal Forge. Trying to think of the remaining spots on the map we haven't done, but really the only thing I can think of is the tower, so I mean, that's our only place, I don't have a key for it though, is the annoying thing. Which, you know what, let's do the grind now, since we have the items. And there's the coffins. Where's the sirens? Up here, okay. Everybody should still be alive, so that's good. I need to boost up my battle speed, though. I forgot I still have it low. It's annoying that that happened to be a back attack, as it really drains time, but oh well. At least I have a steady reminder. Alright, so we're in the 30s at the moment. The only real regret I have is we haven't got an Avenger sword. Which, I mean, that could be behind Pinktail, I suppose, as well. All we really know is that when I get moon access, I don't need to do anything else, because we've already got everything covered. I can't think of anything else we can access right now, because I mean, we never got Baron access, so it wouldn't be Odin's spot. mean, theoretically, we could get, you know, the tower key at top of tower, which leads to the rat tail, which leads to the Luca key, which leads to darkness, or something along those lines, but hopefully the chain won't be too ridiculous. It totally is gonna be, though. But I think overall we've done okay so far on this seed, considering the slow start of it all. Now we're in the 40s. We want to get Palom to 50, I believe, to get Nuke, although... yeah, he's 50. It's Iridia who's 55. We definitely want to get Rosa to at least 2,000 health, if we can help it. On the upside, after we do this, no bosses should be too problematic for us. Hopefully. I mean... who knows where Wyvern is? And what speed he will be. Assuming we have to fight him to begin with. Because we're mostly done with this seed. There's a good chance we won't have to. .47. I mean, once we have the grind done, really, the only thing we have to do at all is just rush through areas till we get where we need to go. If we just get a pass unintendedly at some point, we're good to go. There's Medio. You're at 50. You don't have Nuke yet. I think you need to get another level or something before you get it. And while Medio is lovely, we care more about Nuke than Medio. Because Medio takes goddamn forever to cast. Not quite yet. I'll probably buy too many sirens, honestly, and too many coffins, but I kind of buy them in that bulk just to prepare for a situation where I'm not going to have the double experience bonus. Yeah, there's our nuke. Alright, so that's the last level we need, so from here on I can bring that up. I'll still keep that up there in case I need it. You can have your Cure 4 brought up. We also want your Berserk and your Wall to be somewhat nearby. I also want to keep it slow up there. As far as I'm aware, we have yet to find a Silk Web, which is not ideal. But that should do as far as the grind. So, we don't have anywhere else to go that I can think of off the top of my head, so we will go ahead and go up the tower. There may be another spot I'm forgetting about. It wouldn't surprise me, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. We have been to Twin Harp. We have been to the Tower of Zot. I don't believe the pink tail can be turned in for a key item. Maybe they did change that. Suppose if I get desperate, I could double check it just to be sure. There's not going to be a key item just going through the hook path. It just gives you the airship, so no need there. Unfortunately, I don't have a cabin at the moment, so I have to make do with what I got here. I'll do 2 of them just, you know, for the sake of getting as close to full as I can. Whittle them out of my inventory. I mean, I know key items aren't in trap chest, otherwise we'd be running into even bigger troubles getting them out. Okay, you... Alt Gauntlet? Or I guess it could be regular Gauntlet, or are you Water Hag? Water Hag will certainly be quicker. Of course not. Alright. Well, I mean, with our levels and everything, we should be fine at this point. Yeah, I would think with the things being split up how they are, I should just be able to hold A. Then both of the Cecils will just get through everything pretty quickly. I have to get through 5 of these fights, so there's 2. And this time, to sort of move it along, I'm just gonna switch to the second Cecil, because he can one-shot. Alright, this one we probably want to go to a Quake user, because I believe they're only really hittable by magic. I'll let Cecil and Cecil attack. Yeah, okay, I figured as much. That's fine. Quake should finish him off. If he feels like casting it anytime soon. Alright, last fight. And the 2 Cecils should be enough for this. I'm hoping they won't get their little hit everyone attack out, but they might. Alright. Gauntlet done. And what do we get out of that? I don't care about that. The rat tail. Okay, well, I mean, I guess I have a cause for turning in both tails since I'll be in there anyway. Maybe I'll get lucky and get an Avenger sword. Or a second crystal sword. Somehow I doubt it, but, you know. Now the question is, what is the rat tail going to chain into? Because, I mean, he could easily give me the tower key, making me come all the way back over here. I'm trying to think of like what the best case scenario would be. I mean, I guess there's Baron because there's 2 spots rather than 1. I mean, best case scenario would be the Darkness Crystal, or the... well, it has to be the Darkness Crystal, it couldn't be the Pass. Because, I mean, it would have to chain off into stuff. And Darkness Crystal would open up all the spots on the moon. Now, drop that off here, go a little bit north. And when I say a little bit north, I mean like right there, game. Thank you. I guess I'll give you this while I'm here, why not? Mazimune. Womp womp. Oh well, at least I can say I did all the objectives, I guess. The Baron Key. Well, I did just say it was the best case scenario, I suppose, so I kinda did that to myself. But at least I know I don't have to use the hovercraft anymore, it's dead to me. So I'll head right over to Baron. And I would imagine at this point, there's not going to be much in Baron that's going to be a problem. I really have no particular cause to open up any chest anymore. Quite frankly, I've probably opened up too many as it is. But I mean, gear-wise, we're more than good. Hey, Kiten. How you been doing? Was doing a Swiss flag seed. I have yet to play the Swiss flag, so I figured I had to roll a seed for Couch earlier. Might as well give it a shot. That's good to hear. So far, it's not a bad set of flags. A little bit of a slow start, but we got where we need to go. This should go pretty quickly. I mean, once we get past this first form, the 2 Cecils will just obliterate them, so... Your 5-year anniversary? Well, congratulations on a healthy career. You do have Berserk, okay. I'm looking forward to my 3rd year anniversary. I don't know how well that's gonna go, but I have to make it to October for that. Okay, yeah, easy fight there. I might as well do the King fight before I go for Odin, just to save time later. Are you gonna do anything celebratory for your 5 years? I'm uploading this on YouTube so you can get some free advertising. Oh, please. Cecil's gonna massacre this. Alright, probably don't even have to bother with the Berserk, honestly, but that's fine. Oh, you already did it? I mean, that's fair. Well, I'm glad it went well. You seem pretty content with it, so can't complain. Alright, so didn't run into Goblez there. Or Wyvern, or Valveless. We haven't run into any of the pain in the ass 3 yet. You're not gonna stream Dark Souls 3? I mean, I kinda don't blame you, because the Dark Souls fan base can be a bit particular about what they want you to do. It's kinda why I've been umming and ahhing about doing Dark Souls Remastered for a while. I think I'll eventually just play it off camera. I don't know, maybe I'll do some sort of thing. I could use it as a YouTube game, I guess. That way I can moderate the comments. I've only played the first Dark Souls. I don't know how difficult 3 is in comparison to 1, but I found 1 to be mostly okay. Just gotta figure out the pattern like an NES hard sort of situation. Of course, the tower key. Why wouldn't it be? Well, before we dive into that, I'm gonna go see what's at Odin's spot and get that out of the way. Yeah. If you're gonna get it, I'd get remastered. I understand it's better for modern equipment. Plus, I imagine if you like to do the multiplayer stuff, it'd be more active. I seem to recall being relatively cheap. I want to say it's like 30 bucks compared to like what you see these days with like, you know, $90 games and the like. It's 40? Okay. Maybe it was on sale when I saw it for 30. So I know it's been at least on sale once or twice. Now this boss shouldn't be too much of a problem with two Cecils with Crystal and Excaliburs. In fact, I'm kind of shocked he's not already dead. There he goes. When is Golden Steam Week, do you know? Well, so much for that. Well, at least I've killed off any branching paths, so we know that it's one way to Tower Key. Which is mildly annoying because I had to climb the tower to find the path to get to this spot, so... The final week of April. I mean, Steam sales ain't what they used to be, unfortunately. I remember back in the day where, you know, you just... Pretty much the entire store was on sale. Like 60%, and on top of that you had those flash sales where you could vote for something to be even cheaper. But alas, I guess that was just too much on sale and people were losing money, so they ditched it. But damn it, it was great being able to buy games that were relatively new for 90% off. Hashtag the dream. It is better than no sales, you're not wrong there. I mean, the Epic Game Store has a lot of sales, but they, to my knowledge, still don't have a shopping cart, so I would rather pay slightly more and be able to use a shopping cart than to try to buy 5 games and get banned because I was spamming the store page. What do we got in here? DK Cecil. I mean, I could just let him hit me, or I could just try to kill him outright. I don't know how much he's gonna do, so I might just go for it. Not too much, but it'll be quicker to just do that. The Master Chief Collection? I've actually never really played a Halo game, believe it or not. I think I dicked around with Halo 2 at some point. Just playing at a friend's house in a multiplayer mode, but I've never played like the actual campaigns. I know they're well loved for people who have the Xboxes and alike, so perhaps one day I'll look into them. But I've never been a huge fan of just straight up first-person shooters. I need like that RPG type of element to it to really get into it. That's why I like the Borderlands series. Although that last DLC they just put out was hot garbage. Probably one of the laziest DLCs I've ever seen of any game. And I am including horse armor in that. Perhaps it's not quite as bad as horse armor, but it's in that same wavelength. I mean, I like things like... One of my favorite series is Fallout, and, you know, that's pretty much become a first-person shooter with RPG elements. It helps that they have quests and the like, so it's not just go here and shoot. I also find the UI for a lot of first-person shooters to be kind of annoying. Oh, there we go, thank Christ. Where, like, your only way of telling how much damage you have is how red the screen gets, and it sort of blocks your view a bit. Skyrim's a good... Well, the Elder Scroll games are fun, too. I mean, Morrowind has charm, but it is aged poorly, whereas, you know, Skyrim, a lot of people bitch about the oversimplification of it, but I think, you know, it works for what it is. Personally, I preferred Oblivion to Skyrim, but it didn't bother me, some of the simplifications. Although I'm somewhat not looking forward to what they're going to do with the next one. If we're going by Fallout 76 here. I am looking forward to, I don't know, didn't, like, what would it, Empire Bucks, I guess you could go with? You too could buy perk points for $5.99 per perk point. I mean, it depends on your perspective, I guess. For me, I need to dive into it again because they've added a lot since the last time I played it. But when they added the Wastelanders, I don't know if I'd call it DLC or if it would be like a content patch, but they added such exciting features as quests and NPCs. And since they did that, you know, it felt a lot more like a traditional Fallout game. Although, I mean, the base mechanics were still more or less the same, so if you didn't like how they did the perk system in 76, you might not be into it. If you're not familiar, 76, instead of having traditional perks, every time you level, you pick a special point up until level 50. And you get card packs, and they have various perks, and like each perk has a level requirement, so you know one perk might take 2 intelligence to use. So you would need to have at least 2 intelligence to equip it, and so on and so forth. And you can swap them in and out at your leisure. But what can be annoying for some is, you know, if you have bad luck in what perk cards you end up getting, you won't have a good build. If you have bad luck with what legendary weapons you find, you're not going to have a good build. If, you know, if you want to pick locks, you're going to use up 3 of your, I think it's perspective? For just equipping 3 differently leveled lockpicking perk cards. And the same goes for science with intelligence. Crafting is also stuff that would take up a perk point, stuff like that. Which, I mean, you could have them unequipped till you go to the crafting station and just re-equip them real quick, so it's not the end of the world. But, it's a little fiddly. The biggest problem with 76 is probably that, you still run into stuff like T-posing enemies, although I ran into it a lot less. But I know they've added even more NPCs and quests since the last time I played, so I'm assuming there was more bug fixes somewhere around in there. So we've got a crystal, we're leveled. I see no reason to not just go for Zeromus. Now, what is Fusoya's agility? 20? We don't have a silk web, which is mildly annoying, so we're gonna have to somewhat wing things there. But I mean, I do have a Crystal Sword Cecil, and I do have a Excalibur Cecil, and I have 2 people who can cast Berserk, so theoretically, I think I even have a Bacchus wine sitting around somewhere. Theoretically, it won't be a concern. I can also reflect nukes off, or I could just use nukes as an attempt of nerfing the big bangs. But for now, let's see whose butt we're gonna kick. As I gave the C to Couch earlier, I know he didn't get to Zeromus, so I have no clue who this is going to be. I did get to see V-Butt at another C that he did earlier, which was nice. It's always fun to see your Dusty Griff references. Yeah, you are a little speedy. I'm not liking that. It's a bummer I never found silk webs, although I didn't check the moon shop, so there could have been one there. I guess I could use the Bacchus on you. I have a feeling he's going to be too fast here, so we might have to end up tweaking some stuff. You can berserk this Cecil. And you can nuke him in the hopes that we nerf the Big Bang before anything bad happens. Okay. I guess at this point we are pretty much just holding out for heals then. Because I mean, I could do Big Bang, or not Big Bangs, nukes, but I mean, the amount of damage they're putting out is going to more than make up for whatever we're going to do with the nukes. That being said, there's no harm in setting up for it. I'm assuming he has already changed phases, considering the amount of damage we were doing to him. I'm surprised the Excalibur is hitting on par with the Crystal Sword, honestly. Like, Crystal Sword's barely doing any more than the Excalibur for the most part. Oh, once he gets a crit, then obviously that's going to be a little different. I'm going to risk doing something stupid and trying to slow him to nerf the Big Bang. Never mind. Alright, well. Hopefully that is not a horrific mistake. He might survive this. Okay, good. Okay, Rock's phase. I didn't kill the two Cecils, so I imagine we're good. And there it is. 150, 51. Not too bad, considering I haven't done a seed in a little while. At least, you know, a full-fledged one. We've had the gimmick seeds for the, you know, the April Fool's Day stuff and all that stuff. So yeah, thank you for GG's, Chitin. So I'll be back tomorrow as far as normal streams go. We're still in the midst of vacation, so tomorrow and on Thursday I'll be back on playing Judgment. This was recorded for YouTube, as I said, so I'm going to upload that pretty much as soon as I'm done. I'm streaming right now. Next week I'm going to try to think of like some sort of series I can do on just YouTube rather than just doing, you know, random randomizer seeds. Maybe I'll do Fallout 76 so I don't have to do it on stream. I don't know. I'll think about it. But for now, thanks for watching, either if you're lurking right now or if you're going to be watching on YouTube later. And I will see you tomorrow if you happen to pop into stream. Till then, have a good one. See you later.